All right. Now these ones here are going to do that thing you did with Jane. You had this. Log base b of a equals c. And so you rewrote it in exponential form as b to the c powered equals a. But before we can do our rearranging, we've got to get it into this form. Here, what can I do to get the log with nothing in front of it? In other words, what do I do with that minus 4?
Can you put it over on the other side of negative 4?
You can by doing what operation? Add, subtract, multiply, or divide?
Add.
No. Because what is this negative 4 doing with the logarithm? Am I minusing it from the logarithm?
Yep.
Nope.
No, what are you doing?
If I have this, what do I do with my negative 4? When I move it over, I'm going to,
Make it positive.
nope,
You're going to divide.
you're going to divide, because this means times, right?
Yep.
So I have to divide. I'm going to divide by this negative 4. So if it's right in front, then we have to divide. So we're going to get log base 4 of negative 2x equals negative 4 divided by negative 4, which would be?
Negative 4 divided by negative 4. Negative 4. 1.
1. Okay. Now we have this, so it looks like this. There's nothing in front of that log. So now we got to do our rearranging. Okay? The base number b. The base number b in this case is 4. So 4 to the c power. Well, the c power came from the n number, so what should the c power be?
1.
1 equals the a. Which number was the a? Or, in this case, expression.
2.
The negative 2x. Okay? So what we have is 4 to the first power equals negative 2x. Now we want to solve that like we would solve any equations. Following our order of operations, first thing we want to do is get rid of that exponent. 4 to the first power is just
4.
4. So if 4 equals negative 2x, what do I do to solve that?
Divide.
I divide by negative 2. So negative 2 is going to equal x. Now, you have to be careful, I probably shouldn't have circled that quite yet, that I check. I cannot have a negative in this part. But what happens when you do negative 2 times negative 2? Negative 2 times negative 2 makes it a positive 4. So it's okay to have a negative 2 answer, but it is not okay once you put it in to have a negative 2 in there by itself, because you can't do the logarithm of a negative number. So you have to make sure you check that when I did negative 2 times the negative 2, oh, it equals 4, and that's positive, and so it's okay since it's a positive number. But if it would have simplified into a negative number, I would have said no solution because I can't do the logarithm of a negative. Number 8. Now number 8 doesn't have that number in front, so we don't have to worry about that first step, right? We're just going to go ahead and do the rearranging. So if we do the rearranging, how is that going to rearrange?
Okay, we need to divide by...
Nope, we're not going to divide by anything because there's nothing in front of our logarithm.
Oh, okay. We're gonna move 2x minus... Huh?
We're doing this thing right here. How do we change it from a logarithm to the exponential form so we can get rid of the word log out of our equation?
Okay, so it's going to be 3 3 to the third, or?
Yep.
Yeah.
3 to the third equals,
2x minus 6?
2x minus 6, exactly. If you want to, put the A and, or the B and the A and the C there, so you kind of have them labeled, and so you know, oh, it's B to the C power equals A. Okay, so now we gotta solve it. Like we solved over here, sort of. What's the first thing we should do?
We are going to... So it's going to be 3 over 3.
What do we do with this?
Oh, we multiply that.
We do what with it?
Well,
Figure out the number. What is 3 to the third power, right?
Yeah.
What's 3 to the third?
27.
27. There we go. So we make that 27. We simplify our exponent equals 2x minus 6. So now we have 27 equals 2x minus 6. We got to finish solving that for x. What's the next thing we should do? Got to get my x by itself.
Divide the 2x.
Before we do that, before we divide by the 2, what do we have to do to get the x by itself?
You have to...
This is my equation, and I want to get this by itself.
You want to move it. This over here.
So I'm going to do what with it when I move it?
You're going to make it a negative. Or positive.
You got to make it a positive, right? I got to make it a plus 6 to move it over. All right, so 27 plus 6 gave us
33.
33 equals 2x, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then we're going to
Divide.
divide by 2. So x is going to be 33 over 2. Now the other thing we have to do is check to make sure when we put 33 over 2 in here, we end up with a positive number. So I'm just going to take this part of it, the 2x minus 6, and I'm going to put the 33 over 2 in there. And we have to make sure that gives us a positive number because we can't take the logarithm of a negative. But we can take the logarithm of a positive. So we're going to do 2 times 33 over 2. I don't need my calculator for that because the 2's would cancel out, minus 6. So here the 2's cancel, I get 33 minus 6, which is 27. Since that's positive, then we're okay. This is going to be my answer. But had that come up to a negative number, we would have said, oh, we can't do the logarithm of a negative, so it's no solution. But we always have to make sure we go back and check that, because we can't do the logarithm of a negative. All right, number 9.
Well, that's a weird one. That's a weird one.
This is a little bit different, but we know that we have to get this log by itself, right?
Yeah.
We need to move that negative 6 to the other side. What are we going to do with it?
Make it a positive.
We're going to make it a positive 6. Yep, it's not right in front where it's a times, it's a adding one, so we move it over by making it the opposite, so we make it a plus 6. So log base 3 of x minus 8 equals 4 then. So sometimes we have to divide first, sometimes we have to add or subtract first, and sometimes we just rearrange it. Now we got to go through our rearranging. So log base b of a equals c, b to the c power then equals a. So if I wanted to, I could put b, a, and c so that I look when I'm rearranging, how am I supposed to rewrite that then?
So it's going to be log 3. Oh, no, wait.
We're getting rid of the log. We're going to write it in exponential form. So if I take it from this form to this form,
3 to the 4th
yep, 3 to the 4th equals,
equals x minus 8.
exactly. Now we have to calculate. 3 to the 4th,
Is 81.
81, equals x minus 8 then. Then what do we do to get x by itself?
We need to divide negative 8.
No,
Oh, we'll make it positive.
make it positive 8, because the 8's not right in front of the x, it's a minus, so I gotta make it a plus.
So 89.
So 89 equals x.
X.
Now if I put 89 in here, I'm gonna have 89 minus 8, which is 81, and it's positive, so this is gonna be okay. I can do the log of a positive number, but not a negative number, so 89 is gonna be my answer.